This video is sponsored by GamePrint. GamePrint gives you the ability to 3D print your customized Star Trek Online ship with your own ship name and number. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Visual Review, and today we're going to be looking at the legendary Kelvin-Timeline Constitution Refit. This is the ship that we saw in the latest Kelvin-Timeline movie, Star Trek Beyond. Well, we got to see it for like the first 30 minutes of the movie before it just got absolutely wrecked. Spoiler alert. But here it is, reincarnated in Star Trek Online. This skin is available to you if you purchase the massive bundle of 10 ships. It looks pretty cool. I've heard some people say that they prefer this one over the 2009 Kelvin-Timeline Constitution. Me, I'm not exactly sure. I kind of actually really liked the really beefed up and thick nacelles, but this one works too. This one's got curves in all the right places, and I like it a lot. One thing that I noticed difference-wise, which we'll get into a little bit more in the ship Taylor so we can swap back and forth between the two, is the phaser hardpoints. I believe there's actually more of them on this skin than there was on the other. The pylons are a little bit higher. The neck, I believe, is actually a little bit thinner as well, and we got a big Enterprise J in behind us. If you haven't seen it, I released a fresh out of space dock cinematic on this ship, and there was one scene in particular. I wanted to do some sort of callback to the Star Trek Beyond movie, so I tried to film my own little interesting recreation of a scene from that movie. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out as good as we saw in the movies, but I think it came out pretty good, choppiness aside. That one, for real, took me about 30 minutes to do because there's always, like, when you try and do tricky shots up close while a ship is moving, there's bound to be little hiccups, and the one that you saw in the final product is the least amount that I got while trying to film that scene. So I hope you enjoyed the cinematic. If you haven't seen it, I'll have a link to it so you can go check it out. But let's dive into the specs. Alrighty, so legendary Kelvin-Timeline Intel Battlecruiser. It is a 5.3 with 3 device slots, 5 engineering console slots, 2 science console slots, and 4 engineering console slots. It only comes with the one universal console, which is from the first Kelvin-Timeline Constitution, and it's called the Auxilary Ejection Assembly. So when you have this slotted, you get +3 current and maximum auxiliary subsystem powers and plus 19% bonus exotic damage. When you activate this ability, it launches 4 auxiliary warp cores, which all travel 2 kilometers behind you from your current position before detonating in a 5-kilometer radius. And then to yourself, you get plus 150% speed and plus 300% turn rate for 4 seconds, and immunity to movement debuffs for 4 seconds. To foes, the foes that are within that 5-kilometer radius, they get 5,889.7 kinetic damage times 4, and there is a 2-minute recharge on that. All right, taking a look at the mastery. So we have the T5 mastery, which is called Down But Not Out. This is the one that came with the previous Constitution class. So when you have this slotted, max subsystem power increases as health decreases. So this bonus starts at 80% hull and reaches max potential at 20% hull, up to plus 20 all subsystem power max, increasing as hull percent decreases. And then we have a T6 mastery. Once this unlocks, it becomes available across your entire account, which is called Heard I Needed Help. When low hull, heals and intel abilities, call Kelvin-Timeline Self. What? Alright. So when below 50% hull, using hull heals or intel abilities, calls a version of your ship from the Kelvin-Timeline to assist for 60 seconds. Okay. In addition to weapons fire, it uses construction shuttle wing, deployed overload cascade, and Augment Boarding Party. After it arrives, there is a 120-second recharge before it can help again. Interesting. Taking a look at the stations, we have a Lieutenant Commander Universal / Intel Station, an Ensign Universal Station, a Lieutenant Commander Tactical Station, a Commander Engineering / Intelligence Station, and a Lieutenant Science Station. Alright, so with that portion out of the way, let's leave this Enterprise J behind and go to the ship tailor and take a look at the different options available to us in the ship tailor. All right, so here we are in the ship tailor. So this is the version that we'd see in Star Trek Beyond, which is the new skin. Over here, Kelvin-Timeline Constitution is the old version. So you definitely see a lot of extra girth on the nacelles. The pylons are a little bit shorter. If we go to refit, so you see they get smaller. And now the other noticeable difference is the neck. So we go to that one. So maybe not so much thicker, but it is, the old version is longer. Like there's more to it. I don't know. I'm actually a fan of the big nacelles, but I really don't mind this version at all. Also, I just want to insert that I would really, really, really love to get that version that they were working on at the end of Beyond, the 1701A. Please give that to us. Other noticeable differences. The deflector is a tiny bit bigger on the refit. Saucer differences. So here's the refit. So as you see here that I was talking about with the weapon hardpoints, there's 3 on the top of the saucer here. As we go to the refit, we now have 6. So that's a noticeable thing. I don't really notice any. There's a little bit of difference on the back of the saucer here between the refit, but nothing really worth talking about in depth. On the underside, yeah, not too much. That's fine. Interior. Actually, one other thing I want to look at. Okay, never mind. Interior. We have access to the Kelvin-Connie timeline. One thing I want to note is if you want to see the fancy bright interior, make sure you turn lighting 2.0 off in your options. I'll show you why after we do this. We'll do a little detour to the bridge. Yeah, Windows, there's only one selection, which is the 0K. And I think that was the same case for both of them. Materials, we do have a lot of materials. So, also, just want to preface, I'm on Tribble. So, I believe these are all, these were all there on Holodeck. I came to Tribble because I have the Zenkethi shield here. So, yeah. So, it defaults to the Constitution skin. There's the Defiant. Oh, that deflector, though. Dreadnought. Ooh. Dreadnought Type 2. I believe that's what you get if you have the Vengeance. Galaxy. A lot of people logging in. Jeez. Really wish there was a way to turn that off. Intrepid. Intrepid looks pretty cool. NX. I do like the blue impulse engine there. NX refit. Not bad. And then we have Sovereign. Sovereign actually looks pretty good. Ooh, I like that. Yeah. Sovereign refit. So a little bit darker than the normal Sovereign. which also looks not bad on here either. Damn. All right, and then we have type 0. Type 1, I think we'll leave it there because these are all older skins. Type 2, oh god. Type 3, type 4, type 5, type 6, type 7, which is usually the 2411 ship skin. No, not so much on this ship. Type 8. The impulse engine looks a little bit weird. Type 8B. And veteran. Alright, so let's put this back to Constitution and click the Advanced tab. So there is a little bit of kit bashing that you can do on this thing. And we'll just quickly go through it. Saucer, we saw the differences between when we're switching templates there. So not too much of a difference. If you want less hard points, I guess you could go with that, but that's about it really. I think the part where it's really gonna, well, I guess you could, if you wanted a shorter neck, you put a shorter neck on there. Let's put it back to refit. Or if you wanted shorter pylons, you could do that, but then it kind of blocks the Bizarre collectors. I don't know. Or you could put the, oh wait, no, not that one. You put the big old ones on. The other thing to note here, this is probably the more important thing to show off, is oh, not that, this one. You can change the color of the Bizarre collectors. So there's, as you see here, there's Constitution Beta, so it keeps the thick nacelles but change the Bizarre collectors to red. Or you can have the Constitution Refit. Wow, that was a weird bug. Let's go back to that again for a second. So go from beta to refit. Okay. So, or you can have the refit nacelles with blue Bizarre collectors, or you can have red Bizarre collectors. I kind of like the red, to be honest, but because we're looking at this in the default way, we'll leave it to the blue. And now I'll have a link for this upload to GamePrint available down in the description below. But I want to thank the sponsor of this video, GamePrint. GamePrint just launched a new, fully customizable Star Trek Online Starship plaque. The plaque's design is inspired by the iconic ship wall in the USS Enterprise D's observation lounge. This wall featured an alto relievo style display of scale sculptures of 6 of the Earth vessels previously commissioned as the USS Enterprise. Currently, the plaque is available for most Federation starships. Choose your ship and customize the nameplate's ship name, registry number, commission stardate and sector, captain's name, and the ship's slogan. Alright, so here we are on the bridge of the Kelvin-Timeline ship, and you notice it's kind of dull-ish. We don't really have the lens flares that were built into this map. This is a product of being on lighting 2.0. Actually, let's just change one thing real quick. I always turn off shadows because they look really weird when I'm trying to do filmy stuff. So yeah, as you see, it's kind of dark. Like, you might, if you like the darker, then totally leave it as is. But if you're looking for that bright, that really bright bridge, then we can fix that. So turn lighting 2.0 off. World of difference. Huge difference. Oh, we don't need the staff. I personally like the brighter version better. It brings out a lot of the details. Like you see like a nice shine on the floor. Like it actually looks like marble floor or something like that. Not really getting the lens flares though. We had them in demo record, but oh well. So yeah, this is the bridge. So yeah, that's how you get your bridge back. But the only pain is that once you leave, you have to change it back to lighting 2.0 on. But just a little public service announcement there. Yeah, I prefer the brighter one a lot more than this. Oh well, let's go to the Solanae Dyson Sphere and check out the shield visuals on this thing. Let's go do that now. Alright, so here we are in the Solanae Dyson Sphere. First I'm going to show you what the auxiliary warp core power looks like. So if we look at the back end, you'll see warp core shooting out. Boom, boom. 3, 4. Then you get a huge boost to speed and cue the initial D theme music and start drifting everywhere. One other thing just to note is these fins back here do animate when you warp out, and when you warp into a system, they actually do close. I highlighted that in the cinematic video, and I did a separate video once they introduced that animation. I think it was about a year ago. I don't know, time is flying by like crazy. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump into the visual review. Starting with the T5 Discovery Rep Shield Array. You kind of notice a little bit of a shimmer on the hull there, but doesn't stand out too much. Next shield, the T6 Discovery Rep Vanity Shield. You'd notice it a bit more. Up on the top part, you don't notice it because it's really bright, so yeah. Next shield, the adapted Mako shield array. One thing I've been playing around with in my head, and I'd really like people's opinion, is if you would like me to continue doing these here, or is there another system where you'd like a more realistic view? The reason why I do these here is you can see more of the detail that you might not see in a darker space, but then when you're in a darker space, the shield might look completely different. Like if you were in a darker map, you might not notice this transition of like this weird color. Like this part on the shield looks weird. I love this black insert on the pylons and the black trim on the nacelles, but this here kind of bugs me, and you might not be able to notice that too much in a darker map. So let me know if you'd still prefer just to see it here, or if you have another map suggestion. But let's go to the next shield, the Omega Force T5 Shield Array. Not bad, I guess. I don't know. I think the top of the saucer is going to be bugging me the most on some shields. Next shield. And here's the Tier 6 Omega Force Vanity Shield. So same kind of stuff, just purple. Next shield. All right, here's the Borg 3-piece space set. So there's the deflector there. And the assimilation, like we saw on, I'm trying to remember what ship, but it was all really just kind of isolated to the back of the saucer on the underside. There's the thing on the top of the nacelle. There's the impulse engine thing. Super technical, I know, thing. And the assimilation on the back of the saucer there. Also, it looks like the that blue trim lighting that was on the back of the saucer there is turned to green. So, yeah, well. Next shield, the Romulan T5 Shield Array. Green is just not the ship's color. in my opinion. This is, of course, all subjective. Next shield. Here's the Riemann Shield array. Very shiny. Next shield. Here's the Tier 6 Romulan Vanity Shield. Or Romulan Riemann Vanity Shield. I can't remember which way it goes now. But it's like black chrome. I really like it. I'm not sure. It actually kind of looks like that Dreadnought skin in the Ship Tailor that we had, just shinier. Next shield. That T5 Nukara Shield array. The skin on this, just no. Next shield. The T6 Nukara Vanity Shield. No, still just does not do it for me. It's now not for the ship, or a lot of ships. Next shield, the T5 Dyson Rep Shield array. That looks pretty good. Takes away a lot of the windows, but looks good. For a second there, I thought the Bizarre Collector, like the glass, was missing. Next shield. And here's the Tier 6 Dyson Rep Vanity Shield. I like the T5 better. Again, all subjective. Next shield. The Counter Command T5 Shield array. I don't like that. Don't cut into my registry. Next shield. Here's the Tier 6 Counter Command Vanity Shield. Not bad, but the polka dots bug me. Little things like that just bug me. I don't know why. Next shield. The Delta Alliance T5 Shield array. Ooh, that looks good. I think this might look better if we had the red Bizarre Collectors on. But overall, the skin looks really good on there. Can't wait to see the Discovery. Next shield. And here's the Tier 6 Delta Alliance Vanity Shield. And that looks good too. I'm feeling that. Next shield. The Iconian Rep T5 Shield array. Oh. Alright. I mean, at least there's some sort of uniform to the design, and it's not just cut off and all over the place, but yeah. Anyway, next shield. Here's the Tier 6 Iconian Rep Vanity Shield. Oh, all subjective. Next shield. Oh, there we go. The Terran Task Force T5 Shield array. This one, you know what? I think you could get away with either blue or red Bizarre Collectors. One thing that's unfortunate is that the skin doesn't carry over on these fins here. The white part that you're seeing is the part that animates when you warp in and out. So maybe that's why the skin isn't going over it. The rest of it looks really good. Next shield. And here's the Tier 6 Terran Task Force Vanity Shield. This one looks good too. See, the white on the fins that animate actually look like they kind of belong. They don't stick out as much. Next shield, the T5 Temporal Defense Shield Array. Whew. All right. Next shield, here's the Tier 6 Temporal Defense Vanity Shield. I think it definitely looks better than Tier 5, that's for sure. Next shield, the T5 Lucari Shield Array. I almost said Vanity Shield. The Tron Shield. And it looks like the Tron is all... Wow. Okay. All the Tron seems to be on the edge of the saucer. We can't really count this as Tron because that lighting is always there. I mean, some Tron is better than no Tron, and it's definitely more than what we had on the Phase 2, the Jeffries Phase 2 Constitution, so, I mean, it's got that going for it. Next shield. And here's the Tier 6 Lucari Vanity Shield. Purplish pink Tron. Next shield, the Competitive War Games T5 Shield Array. That looks pretty good. Kind of looks like a little bit of extra armor. Next shield, here's the Tier 6 Competitive War Games Vanity Shield. See, I on the T5, I didn't even notice those diamonds there. Huh. Or there. It's not too bad, I guess. Next shield. Here's the Tier 5 Gamma Rep Shield Array. I don't know. I really, really don't know. Next shield. Here's the Tier 6 Gamma Rep Vanity Shield. Like I always say, the color looks amazing. I'm indifferent on whether or not it belongs on this ship. And I guess if you don't know, it probably shouldn't. But again, all subjective. Also, the fins. Though I didn't notice it at first pass, so it must not be that big of a deal. I don't know. Next shield. Alright, here's the baseball shields. This is the Vulcan Logicians. Next shield. The Slime Devils. So far, I don't think any of these belong on the ship. But this is just my personal opinion. Next shield. The Deep Space Niners. You could totally red it out and just change the Bizarre Collectors to red. I see a line of ships and they're all painted red. Yes? No? Next shield. The Ferengi Liquidators. Next shield, the Cation Claws. Next shield, and the Bozeman Titan. All right, halfway mark. Well, actually, no, we've passed the halfway mark. Next shield. The Aegis Shield Array. That looks pretty good. Looks really refreshing, actually. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Next shield. I don't like this. The Breen Shield. I don't like this at all. I don't like it at all. Look at what it did to my registry. Yo! The Jem'Hadar Shield Array. Next shield. And the Bajor Defense Shield Array. I honestly don't know. So far, I really prefer this ship just plain. I really don't know about... The Terran Task Force looks good on anything, but still, just nothing has just been POW. Except for that Breen Shield. That was POW in the wrong way. Next shield. Alright, here is the Herc. Lockbox Vanity Shield. Nightmare Before Christmas. Deflector there. Still waiting to be wowed. Next shield, the Ferengi Lockbox Vanity Shield. This is a hard no for me. Again, that's just me. Next shield, the Kelvin Divergence Lockbox Vanity Shield. Yes! We don't have the stupid Bizarre Collector design on here. Oh, thank God. Though I prefer the design on the default impulse engines there, but... Is it me or did it make it just look more washed out? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but Next shield, the Discovery Lockbox Vanity Shield. Yes! Oh, that looks so good. Just the fins, but that's not the shield's fault. That's something else. But this looks good on here too. That looks really good. Very nice. Next shield. Here's the Emperor's Lockbox Vanity Shield. And by the way, I was wowed by the Discovery. I'm also kind of wowed by this. That looks good. Next shield. The Section 31 Lockbox Vanity Shield. That's good. We're just going to try our best to ignore those fins, but goddamn, that looks good. Oh. Those fins, though, I'm trying so hard not to pay attention to those, but jeez. Oh, that looks good. Next shield. Here's the Zenkefi Lockbox Vanity Shield. That looks interesting. I like the white impulse engine there. That's for sure. That looks cool. Interesting. Next shield. The Fakira Vanity Shields from the Winter event. Oh, shiny red. Please give me more shiny red, more shiny red, more shiny red. Okay, we're just gonna I love that red. So good. Show it on the pylon, show it on the pylons. Sorry. I don't mean to make anyone dizzy. I have a feeling this is gonna shine and shine, god damn it. Why won't you shine? Oh boy. I feel like I've lost. Alright, let's just. Sorry. I'm obsessed with shiny things. That does look pretty good. Actually, okay, let's just try this. I feel like this is supposed to shine. Okay, go down, down. Down, 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 down. It's not shining. Oh well, I tried. But I really do love that red. That looks so good. Next shield. And the newest Vanity Shield is the Borg Vanity Shield. Or I'm calling it the Liberated Borg Vanity Shield. And I just want to point out, after seeing Picard, this is absolutely no spoilers, but this is just the hull design that we see here, especially, well, all over the place. It really does remind me of the interior of the Borg cube that we see in Star Trek Picard. And I think that's really cool. I found that very fascinating, that set piece. So it's really cool to see that translated here on the hull, or on the shield visual. But this one does look good on the ship. I do like it. Those white fins, though, I tell you, jeez. All right, and that is it for this visual review. We're back to our stock skin. Thank you very much for watching the video. I really do appreciate everybody coming back to watching these. That it seems like everyone's enjoying them so far. Like, while you might not enjoy the ship itself, but that you're enjoying the videos that I'm producing. So it does mean a lot that people are enjoying everything that's coming out lately. Thank you to our sponsor GamePrint for sponsoring this video and the channel. If you want to be a bigger supporter of these films channel, I have a Patreon down below that you can check out. Additionally, there's also the join button, which is beside the subscribe button on YouTube, that you could hit. Any help is appreciated. And I also have merch, which you probably see now on the page. I guess that's a feature that unlocks when you hit 10,000 subscribers. So trying to make plans to go to STLV. So I got to fundraise for that a little bit, because it's expensive flying from Canada to the States, even though we're so close. But anyway, enough of that. Thank you very much for coming and watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Share it with your friends. Subscribe if you're not. And I will see you in the next video. I don't know which one it's going to be. I'm still trying to decide. But yeah, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.